I live near Rodez in the Aveyron department in France.
And what do you do there?
I'm a teacher for the Chamber of Commerce Training Center. I specifically work for the École de Gestion et de Commerce, which is a 3-year bachelor's degree in business. But I'm a Chamber of Commerce employee.
And you've been doing that for quite a while,
Yeah, over, how long? 20 years? No, not quite, but...
So you've been teaching for a long time?
I've been teaching for a long time in France. I've been teaching in France since 1990, so that's 22 years. And 17 in Rodez.
Oh, okay, that's a long time. So tell us why you decided to take your Delta.
Well, I was starting to surf around the web and looking for professional development opportunities, and had kind of been thinking about a master's, because I do have a 5-year degree, but it's not a master's in teaching English or applied linguistics or something like that. They were quite pricey to do something in the UK, and the Delta attracted me because it was a reasonable price, I'll be honest, but especially because of its mix of theory and practice. And the fact that I could do it in France also was important to me.
I think that's very interesting. I think a lot of people do compare the Delta with doing an MA. And I think price is very important, as you say. It's difficult to say because you haven't done the MA in applied linguistics. Now that you've at least you've done 2 modules of your Delta, how would you possibly compare them? Do you have any more information to compare them?
Well, I just know what I've heard, or some people say that an MA might be more academic, less classroom-based, and less connected to what I do as a teacher. So I think for me, I've made a good choice. First, I've learned so much. I can't even begin to explain, and I think it'll take me a while to digest everything I've learned. I've read dozens of books, I've thought about a lot of issues, I've thought a lot about my own classroom teaching, so I think being exposed to theory and also being exposed to practical classroom advice as written up in different books just makes you think about a lot of different things, and I've already changed some things about the way I teach and plan to change some more.
How have you found the teaching practice component of Module 2?
It's a challenge because I'm used to teaching my own students, so we come and we teach groups here in Strasbourg, but it's also very interesting to teach new students and teach in a different context, and little by little we've gotten to know the students, and it's fun. Well, one of the highs is coming to Strasbourg and meeting up with other people doing the module. So that's especially in Module 2. So in my group we were 5 nationalities, so it was very interesting to compare our ideas, practices in different countries. Low points, there haven't been big low points or very low points, but I would say it's a lot of work.
Here in Strasbourg, what we do, which is rather unusual, but on Module 2 at least, is we stretch it out over 6 months and we divide it up into discrete chunks of time. As a working teacher in France, how has that worked for you, that way of running the module?
Well, for me, I think it was the only possibility, and that was another factor in choosing this program, because it would have been difficult for me to be away from my job for a month. And I wouldn't have wanted to spend my entire summer vacation on it. So I liked it. It combined my job and being away in a nice way. I would like to add that some of my colleagues wondered why I was going through this at this fairly advanced point in my career. They're, why are you doing this? I mean, you could just teach on and do as you were doing. You're doing fine. But I think there's no particular time in life for professional development, and I just have no regrets.